What's up, everyone? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video, I'm bringing you Kamihr Drift Delve. The entrance to the delve, or the Vale, is at H11, and you basically want to head south from the second biv. The map for this zone is a little bit tricky since you kind of start in the center. What I would recommend doing is pretty much hugging the right wall until you hit the null NM. Then double back and head west with going a little bit north until you hit the Warthog NM. From there, just head southwest and just keep heading basically hard south until you hit the Coraline NM. From there, you'll need to go north a little bit, then the entrance should be open east, and then you can just run down, get basically the rest of the NMs, and then just head south until you hit the Mega Boss. So first off, I'm going to go on to the null NM, Asmin. He does get some damage resistance, but by doing light base skill chains, you can do like really good damage because he takes additional damage from light skill chains. And that'll just like help push him down because that'll also keep his shield off. I mean, he does recover HP because all nulls have a TP move that recovers HP, but I don't remember him being that difficult at all. Just like I said, just do light skill chains and you shouldn't really have an issue with this NM. On to the Warthog, Kaleodontist. This NM is a little tricky. Basically, he changes what he's weak to, and he's strong to the other weapon types. So slashing, piercing, blunt, and magic damage. So essentially, he'll be strong to 3 of them and weak to 1. By doing enough damage to the one type, it'll rotate to the next one. He also levels up every time he does Zealous Snort. So basically, you just want to have all the weapon types and just try and burn him down as quickly as possible before he levels up too much. Considering how much higher level we are at this point, it's not really too much of a difficulty unless you don't really have one weapon type. So try and make sure when you're doing this delve you have all the weapon types. Now onto the Coral NM Cena. He does have Mortal Blast, which is a conal death move. So if you have a tank who, can hold hate quite easily, just have your tank backwards tank it, and that will really take care of that as long as no one's making sure they're facing the NM. Other than that, he just has standard coral moves, and I don't remember really much else, so this guy really shouldn't be much of a threat. Next up is the Ramm NM. And this guy can be a little bit tricky also because he changes his weakness. He switches between melee, range, and magic damage. About every 10%, he's going to switch what his damage, weakness is. So just be aware of that if you can bring those types of damage, and you shouldn't really have too much of a problem. And now to the last normal NM, the Targmurca. This is the giant monkeys that you run into when you first, start going through Estus stuff, and also the ones that you find up in the drifts. There's not really much to say about this. He has pretty much all the TP moves that the other Istargs do. You do want to watch out though for Bstruction, which will reduce you to 1 HP, make it so you can't change some of your gear, will knock you back and give you weight effect. So you want to be sure that you're going to be getting, a cure in, soon after that. Also that these type of mobs cleave with some of their normal cleave melee attacks, giving you defense down, knockbacks, and even stun. Also, this NM can level up. As long as you burn him down too fast, he's not really too much of a threat. And now on to the Mega Boss, Utkux. This guy is honestly more annoying than a threat. There's not really too much to say about it, except for that when he does Polar Roar, he will get an aura effect, which gives you Paralyze and Frost. He also gains Ice Spikes when this happens. By doing fire damage, you can actually remove the aura, but personally, I've had trouble removing the aura, even doing, skill chain and magic burst with fire, doing high damage, and it still doesn't seem to come off often. Like, I've had easier times getting auras off the other NMs, but this guy seems to be more difficult. But, you know, if you can bear with the Paralyze, he's not really too much of a threat. He just has some annoying TP moves, including Terrorize, Amnesia, Encumbrance, so you can't change gear, and Full Dispel of stats. But, like I said, he doesn't really hit too hard, even if you have kind of a, like, melee job that can tank a little bit. He's not really too much of a difficulty, just more of a extreme annoyance because of the Paralyze. And that's pretty much it for this delve. I hope you guys got some value out of all the delve guides, and may you have success in all you do.